Good afternoon. So we're sitting with our veteran here at the powwow in 2025, the 60th annual powwow festival for the Shoban tribes. And if you could give us your name and service and rank.
Uh, Hi, my name is Keith Mink, and I was a Lance Corporal in E3 in the United States Marine Corps.
And during your time in the service, what was your job?
During my time in the service, I was a combat engineer. Uh, the MOS was 1371.
And what units were you part of?
Let's see. I went to combat engineer school in Courthouse Bay, North Carolina, and let's see, when I went to MCRD San Diego in 1990, and I was with Delta Company, Platoon 1019. And then from there, I went to, I think they called it School of Infantry, SOI, at San Onofre. And then completed that, and then I went to Courthouse Bay, like I mentioned earlier, and this was in August of 1990. And right after that, that was just at the beginning of the when Saddam Hussein decided to invade Kuwait. So they gave us commanding officer gave us a speech that told us some of us will probably go directly from engineer school out to the fleet and get deployed. And so I finished Courthouse Bay and went to my unit, which was located at Camp Lejeune. It was French Creek with Second Force Service Support Group. It was the 8th Engineer Battalion. I was with Bravo Company when I initially got there, and they sent me to. First thing they did was sent me to uh, get a Humvee driver's license, I guess you could say. And then they after that they just came out and they told me to pack my gear and put stuff in storage in these boxes, and that I was being transferred to well, actually they didn't even tell me I was being transferred. They just told me to pack it up and said you're on this Humvee, you're the A driver. And then I had to wait for our driver, and he was I was a private at the time, and we ended up going to Onslow Beach, I think, and I was boarded the USS Portland, which is a landing ship dock. And then I think I was with the Second Marine Expeditionary Force Expeditionary Unit, Second MEU, and then I just watched them load all these vehicles and stuff onto the ship, and they brought on some tanks and other vehicles onto the well deck, and then we set sail out to Desert Storm.
And out of your experience, like we all understand why we kind of feel the reason why we joined during the time that we joined. But what was your initial reason for joining the Marine Corps?
My initial reason, well, I don't think I. Well, okay. The only thing I could say initial reason was I think I was in second grade and I saw this guy wearing a shirt. It had it said "Mess with the best, die like the rest," and it had a skull and this Marine wearing a cover, and I think it had like crossed rifles or something like that, or might have been crossed bayonets. But anyways, I saw that and I decided to myself in second grade that I wanted to be a Marine.
Overall, how would you describe your time in the service?
My time in the service, um, I didn't really take it seriously. I don't think I was just like, I was like, okay, here I am. tell me what to do, I'll do it. But I had no. Shoot, I was just young and dumb. I didn't know anything. You know, and it was just yeah. I'd do if I did it all again. I'd do a little different if I could know what I know now.
And then, how would you describe your time in the? Well, sorry. Where was your favorite location that you served?
My favorite location? Well, I was at Camp Lejeune most of the time I was there, except for when I went on deployment for in August of 1990. I think we came back in June of 91, and then uh, from there, I think I was deployed to Honduras for I don't know. I think it was about 6 months, and that was all right, you know. But as far as my favorite deployment, I don't think I had a favorite. I was trying to get to Okinawa, but that didn't work out.
Well, in that case, the Marine Corps has a lot of different customs and traditions. What was your favorite?
My favorite custom and tradition. I like the close order drill.
The drill and ceremony?
Yeah, I like that. The dog and pony shows. I like that a lot.
And during your time in the service, what's something that you learned in the military that you still carry with you to this day?
I would say it's discipline. You know, getting down and dirty. You know, and when the job needs to get done, get it done. It doesn't matter about I don't know how you say it. It's the mission first. Everything I do, I call it a little mission.
And then finally, I just wanted to ask everybody out here as well, what is one memorable story from your time in service, something that makes you smile or laugh even today?
My favorite one. I was with. I met some other natives. One was from Poplar, Montana. One was Fort Thompson. Um, there was another one too, and we went to. We were going to a powwow in Cherokee, North Carolina, and we had stopped to get some dinner. Where we met some people, and we were talking with them and having a good time, and and we ended up staying there so late that we decided just to get a motel room in that little town, and so we were still visiting with these people, this couple. They were an older couple, and the next day, the we got knocked on our door, and the North Carolina Bureau of Investigation came in and they wanted to search our car. Or like we didn't understand why, but so they were searching our car and they were searching that couple's car too. They were from Florida, and ended up they searched our car, they searched our room, and they found these little sandwich baggies, and they're like, "What are these little baggies?" And we're like, "Well," I said that lady, she brought us sandwiches, and they were all wrapped up in these little bags. Well, they after they searched our car and made us pull everything out and dumped our bags, it ended up that that Bureau of Investigation thought that we thought we were Hispanics, and that we were meeting that couple from Florida, and they thought that we were doing a drug deal. And so yeah, I think about that all the time, and that's just crazy.
Well, that is all the questions that we have for you today, Keith. I appreciate your time, Devil Dog. You are dismissed.
Thank you. Thank you.